Boo 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 da 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 da.
Are you on lipstick list today?
Does it not look good?
It could look better. It looks good.
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay. Well, you look cute to me either way.
I look cute.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. Lawnmower outside.
Lawnmower and they're vacuuming.
I was like, what
rolling
is
out
that?
their abs. I don't know. There's a lot going on.
God, it's all right. Whoo! Get it together. Welcome everybody to another episode of Not Another
Couple podcast.
I am your host, Manny Mayhem,
and I am your second host, Sarah Lioness.
Yeah, we equally host here on the Manny Mayhem Hour.
Make
I
it
mean,
sound
not
like
another couple podcast.
Right, I'm the second class person, the stepchild in the corner. I just show up and talk too.
No, you do it. You do it big all the time. Yeah, so what are we here to do? I'm a little out of it, man. This is post-turkey day.
Post-turkey
You know,
day.
I didn't have
any
turkey. I had
turkey.
chicken. But I'm tired,
Let
man.
me just tell y'all that he threw it down. Okay, I did not do anything in the kitchen. I mean, that's normally his space anyway. Okay, I'm not even gonna try to pretend. He always does the cooking and everything, but he decided
I make a
2
good
days
housewife,
ago,
y'all.
Yes. He's like, "What you want for Thanksgiving? Okay, I can get all the food." He went and got all the food. It was
Thank
good.
you.
It was good.
I appreciate the shout out.
Yeah, it was just the two of us. Mike came over.
Mike came through. Mike came through.
Grabbed a plate and left.
So this podcast, as you're hearing, is not your average podcast.
No, we talking about.
We don't usually talk about, the sweeter parts of being a couple and the cool stuff.
Yeah.
But sometimes we do.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do. Sometimes we have
some relationship stuff in there.
Right.
But we usually talk about what's trending, what's going on, current events, news stuff, pop culture stuff. Whatever. Just what we want to talk about. We just want to have a good conversation.
Talk a little shit.
And spread a little love.
Let's do it.
Okay. So what is on the docket for today? First of all, post-Thanksgiving, happy belated, whatever. I hope y'all stayed safe. I hope you did not go infect your grandmothers and grandpas, okay? Were you responsible is the question.
It wasn't the turkey that killed grandma.
And are you all partaking in Black Friday stuff, deals, all of that? Are you out shopping or are you doing everything online? Questions, okay? I got questions. But it's a holiday weekend.
Oh, yes, it is.
And yes, I'm off work and it is amazing.
That's why she's so happy, y'all. She feels good right now. But
yeah, so on the docket for today, what we talking about? So stuff that was really popping this week. Chappelle was in the news. He's going to start us off with that later. He asked Netflix to take off his show. And the singer, Sia, she faces backlash for casting a able-bodied person, or I guess neurotypical. Oh my God, I'm saying too much.
Sia
is the
Sia, like see you later.
Sia, S-I-A is how you spell her name. Sia.
Oh.
She's facing backlash from the autistic community for not casting an autistic person in her movie. And then second, we have your phone might be able to let you know if you've been near someone who has coronavirus. Okay. And what happens? And a bridge for wildlife in Utah, y'all. I'm trying to save the animals. You know, I got to sneak an animal story in here.
Can we save us first?
We all need saving. We all take part. We all take up space in this world. So
they don't need to be thinking of a vaccine. Yeah, we have somebody above us that's rolling abs or vacuuming or
moving furniture
or bowling possibly.
There's so much going on.
So if y'all hear some noise
outside, there's a leaf blower.
I think somebody's getting shot.
The leaves don't really fall like that here. I don't know what they're blowing, but
there's a parade. There's an army march.
Noise.
Everything is happening.
So we apologize for that. We're just
Antifa versus MAGA people. They're all fighting in the middle of the streets.
That's not happening on this block, okay?
It's crazy.
Craziness. But yes, let's get it started. So do you want to hop into Chappelle real quick?
Yeah, so Chappelle dropped a little special on Instagram. I guess it's a little 20-minute segment. We'll say that. It's called Unforgiven. And where he pretty much, for 20 minutes, just shits on
Viacom, yes. They have the rights to Chappelle Show.
Who owns the rights to Chappelle Show. If you guys, y'all know the story of Chappelle. I mean, had a hit TV show, a sketch TV show. By the time the third season came around, they offered him a big contract, but he wasn't feeling right there. The legend is that he heard some white executives laughing, but not in the way that they're laughing at his jokes. They're kind of laughing at him, like, demeaning him, I guess. And he kind of just turned and left to Africa. There's more to it, obviously, but he left.
The great escape from capitalism.
Yeah. And I think he didn't take the money. He didn't take I think it was like $70 million or something. They were owed something between 50 and 70. And now they own the rights. Networks own the rights to the show if you usually sign with them. So he came out on this stand-up and was basically saying, he was young. His wife or his girl at the time was pregnant. He was broke. And he said, is it legal what they did? Yes, because he signed a contract. But was it right what they did? Does it make it right? And if it doesn't make it right, he wants to make it right. And this is how he's using his power to kind of go after it. And he requested a partner of his, Netflix, who he's dropping all these series of stand-ups with lately, that they take down the Chappelle Show off their platform. And they did. Because obviously they don't want to ruin that relationship. Right. Chappelle can come out with 20 more stand-ups that would just make them so much money if they keep signing, if he stays with them or whatever.
Right.
So, so now the conversation goes, like, how do you feel about that? Do you think that, business is business? This is just kind of the way the world turns and he kind of just got to eat that?
Right.
Or do you think, is there some nuance to it where, he's kind of trying to change the way things go?
Right.
Which is very much the way I feel, is that by doing this, he's an artist right now that is pushing for ownership, essentially. And, is it sloppy because he signed a contract already and all this? Sure. But is it, like he said, it's not right to take advantage of young people like that and own their name in perpetuity.
That's true.
For the rest forever throughout the whole universe.
Listen.
And you have to have a lawyer, but this is one good point he brought up. He was like, listen, when you have a lawyer and you have an agent and you have the network executives, sometimes you don't realize, like, they're going back. They're all in it.
Right.
They all know each other. These guys are friends.
My pockets. The artist is the last person that they're usually concerned
what
about.
hope do you have outside of taking the long road of just doing it completely on your own? Tyler Perrying it. It's possible. It's very possible to achieve success like that, but it's rare, or if you're trying to work with these people, but they're not letting you get above a certain cap, you got to fight back, right? Isn't that your only
fight
option?
back or, maybe not the only option, maybe the easiest option to kind of go with. Like, it is easier to go, not easier. This industry is very difficult, but once you're in it, the easier option is to be on a network, is to let them handle most of the business stuff. And if you always read the contract. It's not even just TV, film, music. You're all these artists, you're just getting screwed over. It's just like the executives do not yes, they want good art so they can make money off of it, but they want the money. The companies want the money. And so, like, your interests are at the bottom of the totem pole. And so, yes, he signed the contract. Business is business. And I think, and I'm not saying what they did was right, but it's like, this is terrible, but like, what do you expect from network executives? Like, they're trying to make money. And what I do think is wrong is that they didn't even tell him that they were making a sale over to a network that he is in a relationship with. Like, I'm working with Netflix. You're not going to tell me that you want to sell it to Netflix. Like, this is still my work. Yes, I made it for Comedy Central. I made it for you guys, and I signed the contract. You own the rights, but you wouldn't have it if I didn't make it. But I also did sign it over to you. But it's like, there is a nuance. Like, I know the legality of it. You sign the contract, but you're asking people that maybe don't have the highest morals to care. And I wish they did, but it's like, is there going to be a world where they really do care about your interests instead of their bank accounts? Like,
well, if you were to make that world, wouldn't you have to start off with a fight?
Yeah, no, for sure. I appreciate the fight. I'm interested to see how Viacom responds. because he was saying he is willing to let's work this out. Like, I do think I deserve to be paid. It's still my IP. Like, it's still me.
And the thing is too, it's Viacom. What they're doing is they license it out to other companies like Netflix and these other.
It's just
companies.
Good to them. Like,
they license it out for a year or so. So Netflix wasn't the only one that had Chappelle's show.
Yeah, HBO Max.
HBO Max has Chappelle's show, and Amazon.
I don't know about Amazon.
I think one more place has a Chappelle show, maybe Apple or something like this. I don't know, but yeah. So it doesn't stop that. So, we'll see what happens. It could be industry changing. It could be as far as that. If you try to look at it in a positive light, that it could change the game up, and maybe more people have an opportunity to own their stuff, much like how some of these artists are. Jay-Z and the rest of these guys are owning their masters and things like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe now we'll have more of an opportunity to own, our stuff, our shows, our movies and stuff like that, where, it's more of a 50-50 situation than it is a 90-10. Right. The corporation gets the 90, you know what I'm saying? Or the studio or whatever.
Well, remember when the network fired Nick Cannon at first, and he was trying to fight, like, well, Wild 'N Out is my show. They're like, well, we have it. That was the thing. She's like,
read the contract.
Yeah. So, well, can I at least have that show? It's like, you signed the contract that says it's ours. I don't care that you created it based on the contract. Like, it's all the contract. The contract, y'all, like, realize what you're signing into. Like, people get so excited, like, I'm on a network, I'm on this. Like,
triple check.
Who owns your show? And when your show is making money, who's making the money?
Yeah.
Like, make sure, if you're the creator, producer, all of that, what is your cut? Like, I know we have agents, we have lawyers, and all these people to handle that for you, but tell them to tell you what's going on. Right. Like, I don't understand this legalese. Okay, I don't understand these words. Please break it down for me and do not lie. Right. Okay, it's like, help me understand. If you're here to help me, please, I'm paying you. I am paying you to do this. Let me know what I'm signing up for, because it's real blurry and it's hard to understand sometimes. And I appreciate that Chappelle's like, listen, I know I fucked up by signing this, but I was in a desperate situation. So he knows next time. I'm interested to see how Viacom responds. And yeah, it's still on HBO Max, right?
Yeah, still on HBO Max.
So people can still watch it. And the one thing...
And he asked people to literally to protest him, essentially.
Right.
To boycott him and don't watch the show, wherever it is.
And that's asking a whole new audience. Because I remember you saying, Gen Z and people who never had seen it before, maybe.
Exactly.
Like, it's not allowing a new audience to come and appreciate your work, but that's a risk he's willing to take. It's like, no, I need to be compensated for this. Yeah.
Even though a lot of the young people, they know who Dave Chappelle is, but a lot of them haven't seen those sketches. You know what I'm saying? So, that was an opportunity for them to see it. But, it'll come back eventually. I do think, what would be your guess? He gets it, or he's able to work out a deal with Viacom or not?
I would be surprised if he did, but I hope they're at least talking about it, because Chappelle show it's a hot commodity.
Yeah.
So it's like, do y'all want your money? You can give Chappelle a cut of whatever money you're making. Like, pay him.
I think it's a possibility. Yeah. I think it's a possibility. We'll see. It just takes like a young executive with a new mindset and be like, yo, we need to make this happen. You know? And we can, and they have to benefit somehow off of it as well with some publicity, whatever, for it. Yeah. But I think it can happen. Yeah. I think it can happen. Yeah. All right, let's talk some more bullshit.
Let's move on. So real quick, I just want to talk about the animals, okay?
Oh, there we go.
So in Utah, there's a interstate that is frequently crossed by the wildlife there, and they get hit by the cars.
What type of wildlife we talking about?
Moose, deer, bears, like we're not talking about squirrels, rabbits.
If you hit a moose, your car's fucked up.
The moose, bears, deer. Listen, my brother, I was in the car. We were on this dark road, and this big ass deer with antlers. Okay, deer with antlers, huge. We were driving in a Land Cruiser, a Toyota Land Cruiser, which if you don't know this car is big. The big car, big SUV. So the hood is tall. This deer's back was taller than the hood of an SUV. Big, okay? And I don't know how he managed to brake before we hit this animal, but we braked right before we hit the animal. And this animal just stood there, looked at us like we were in the way. and kept moving and kept crossing the street. But it was so scary. Like, he just jumped out. Oh, strong reflexes to my brother. But yes, these animals will kill you, total your car. They will be killed. All of this. So it has been a problem. It's been a busy highway. Okay.
For who? The humans or the animals?
Both.
Yeah, I'm about to
Both.
say.
Car accidents.
That's fucked up. When
animal
animals
deaths.
ain't getting thought about first. Hey, this is a
Yes.
problem for us.
And, well, they built this bridge for the animals, but also they don't want humans to get in car accidents either.
Okay.
It's a problem. So let me show you this picture of the wildlife.
Oh.
Let me see.
We got images, y'all.
Yes. So this is one. So this is from far away. So basically, it looks like the really large pedestrian bridge, y'all, but it's like filled with gravel and dirt and all of that. So that's what it looks like for you people that are listening on audio. It's just a really wide bridge that goes over the interstate.
That's amazing.
And there's like logs and rocks, and you can see a deer crossing. So people were really excited that they're deciding to use this bridge. Oh, selfies.
That's hilarious. You should bring that up too.
That they're not, because normally they would just try and cross the street. Because y'all, if they want to get to the other side, but their friend Mr. Bear's over there, like, let me come see you, they gotta cross this interstate.
Ain't nobody friends with Mr. Bear.
Mr. Bear has some friends, okay? So they have this new overpass, and they're excited that recently they saw moose, deer, and a bear. They like video, and they're like, they're using it. They're using the highway, and they're not crossing the street.
That is hilarious.
So that is good. But but one thing, this is the only bridge, y'all. This is the only bridge. So it's like, how do they know? I want to cross the street. Are they really gonna walk all the way down to cross? You know, there's still gonna be animals
hopefully
crossing.
they put it in an area that's common.
Where
the accidents happen.
Yeah, that's why they chose this particular area.
Right.
So listen, it's filled with rocks, boulders, logs. Wildlife is welcome to cross. So I thought that was interesting. Saving the animals,
All right.
y'all. Saving them.
Those animals shouldn't touch humans in that area.
Right.
They shouldn't. And I'm talking about, like, if there shouldn't be
you.
any animal attacks. They should be happy. The humans built us this bridge.
We thought of you.
We shall thank them for the rest of
by
days.
not attacking them. Yes.
Until the next car accident.
So speaking of saving the animals, y'all, let's move on into, Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people that were looking for meat alternatives. So apparently Canada has this new new product out.
Another Beyond situation?
No, it's not Beyond. It's half and half Beyonds, okay?
Half and half Beyond.
So it's called Maple Leaf Foods, and they create 50-50 products, which is half plant-based, half animal-based. Y'all, let me tell you, they got sausages, burgers, ground beef, and it's half and half. It's half pork, half plant-based. And let me show you.
That's interesting.
And let me show you the photo.
So technically, if you have something like that, do you have to eat vegetables?
So
if it's half plant-based?
So what is in it?
This definitely looks like it's sold in, what's that store?
So like the burger, the 50-50 burger is premium beef, pea protein, natural ingredients. It's like pea protein and pork, beef. And so the protein is pea, and they mix it with the meat. So they're like, if you're trying to cut back, but you don't want to cut back all the way, get a 50-50 product. So I saw this on Twitter. I guess this has been out for a few months, but I didn't see it until yesterday. And people were like, this is so stupid. Like, choose one or the other. It's like, listen, I want to ease into it, okay? What if I don't want to go cold turkey? It's hard to go transition that way.
That's perfect.
So if I feel good eating my 50-50 sausage, I'm like, I'm doing something right. And then you can eventually get to all the way off sausage. I think it's an alternative for people that want to ease into it, okay? What do you think?
These movements, though. I think that is extremely for people riding the fence. That is literally riding the fence of nutritional foods.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of with it.
It's another option. It's another option.
Yeah, I'm
Instead of
kind of
telling
with
people, like, plant-based, like, okay, if you...
As a man that rides the fence himself many times.
Listen.
Don't let me be the one to choose first at a restaurant or something. I got to look over the menu, okay, a couple times. I like to see my options. But yeah, I think there's a market for that.
You know what I can say? But I would give this to my father. Dad, if you're watching, because he
There you
loves
go.
sausages and hot dogs. And I'm like, Dad, can you please stop eating the sausages and hot dogs? He said, I've been here for a long time. I'm eating my sausages. So this is one thing. It's like there's still sausage meat in there because he can tell the difference between like a straight plant-based sausage.
Right.
He's like, what am I eating? What is this? But if you do half and half, it's like it's better. It's better.
But pea protein though? Is that gonna taste good?
I think I've had a pea protein burger. I mean it. All like the Beyond Meat, the fake like.
So that's big for you because you don't even like peas or beans.
I don't like peas. I like beans.
Oh, you don't like peas?
No, I don't like peas. Oh, peas is in every little vegetable medley.
So what you gonna do with the 50-50 then?
Well, you don't see the peas. If it's mashed and I don't like pea soup. Do I like pea soup? I just don't like the texture of the little ball. I don't like the little thing. I don't like the peas. It's just weird. Like I put a bunch of. I don't like the little peas. I don't like the texture. I don't like it.
Little
okay.
Squirrel balls.
Little squirrel balls. Baby. That's weird. All right. Moving on. Moving on, people. Okay. So, controversy.
What happened?
Controversy.
Kim Kardashian?
Sia.
Oh,
beginning.
yes.
Sia is a singer. She created a movie she wrote and directed,
Where's
I believe.
she from?
She is Canadian.
Her name's Sia? Is that her real name?
Australian. I said Canadian. She's Australian. Sia. No, that's her state. I don't know what her real name is, but her stage name is Sia. So yeah, she wrote and directed this film, Music, and it's dedicated to her friend who is autistic, nonverbal autistic, and they communicate with a tablet, right? You know, whatever, like they don't speak. Mm-hmm. And also it's like a musical. It's an experience. Like this actress is dancing and everything. And so she cast this 18-year-old dancer who's been in pretty much all of her music videos. Like this girl is incredible, talented. So she's playing the autistic girl. Right. She is not autistic. Okay. The controversy is that the autistic community said this is wrong. Why didn't you cast an autistic person to play this role? Sia said, hold on. First of all, I did try. She said she did try. She's been working on this film for over 3 years. She tried to work with an autistic girl and she was overwhelmed. She was stressed out. Like, a film set, 12 hours, you gotta be on cue, be ready to work at it. Like, no, it's a lot of stimulation for this type of autistic person. Obviously, there's a spectrum, but this nonverbal, like, you're not gonna be on set and comfortable with all the lights and the action and all this stuff too much. So she said, guess what? It didn't work out. I have a friend who can dance and she can act. We're putting her in the movie. But people were upset, just like, this is wrong. You need to cast autistic people to play autistic people. So it's controversy with that. And Sia said, I don't care what y'all think. I did what I did. I have plenty of, what did she say? I cast 13 neuroatypical people, trans people, it's diverse. Okay, don't tell me that I am not with it. So she clapped back. She's like, if you don't see the movie, see it. But let me tell you, this is for my friends. And listen, don't come at me. So what do you think about that?
One, I think it would be bomb to date an autistic, nonverbal girl. There's just no talking in the house. Woo! Well, the benefits, fellas, if you're single. Outside of that,
ha ha, hilarious.
Outside of that, I would say that I think people are trying to compare it to being black, right? Like, don't do blackface. Mm-hmm. And I always try to look at it from that standpoint. But I mean, okay, I could see where that is where, like, the very first argument of, like, why we got white people playing black people or white people playing Native American people, like, playing outside your race. Or just actors playing outside of who they are, I guess. Which doesn't that destroy? I mean,
that's different. How you look, your ethnicity is very different.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
There's your ability, like being disabled or able-bodied. Like, because I remember Bryan Cranston came, everyone was firing at him. Like, you're not quadriplegic. Why are you playing this quadriplegic?
But then
because
again,
I'm an actor, and
so the only thing that's off limits is race.
What do you mean?
Because
you absolutely cannot.
Didn't somebody play Gandhi? A white guy play Gandhi?
When was that? Was
like
it
in
recent?
the 90s.
Okay, 90, babe, but this conversation has been happening until the new millennium, where people really crack down. Like, you can't do this anymore. The 90s, they were still doing that.
That's true.
So, no, recently, but it's getting to the point where it's like, you just want to get people to play themselves. Like, can we allow the actors to still act?
Yeah, that's the
Like,
thing. It's like not everything is blackface, man. You can't compare. You can't get like. How are you supposed to? You got to work with the actors that are best for the product. For the product.
Yes, the most talented. I understand being inclusive, but that's different than like, what is the role? We need to find someone who fits exactly in real life. Like, what's the point of acting then?
But I do understand if there is a group of nonverbal autistic actors that are looking for gigs to specifically and if they're not getting work, I don't know if this is true. I don't know if it exists, but if they're not getting work, then that might be a problem.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Maybe,
I understand the
maybe
frustration.
they need to be looked at first for the roles. But she said she looked at somebody.
But then,
right?
she did. So, but then, don't you think that people would be offended if you try and cast a paraplegic person and their role is only about being paraplegic? Wouldn't it be like, well, I want to be. Don't make my role just about being disabled, because a lot of people don't just see me for being. See me for this and see me like people are going to complain about everything.
Well, you can't say that. First of all, usually they're casting for a specific role, so don't show up if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like if you read what the role is, why would you even show up? You know, just start demanding script changes. Like what?
Like I see I see the problem with not even giving them a chance. Like audition, but I'm going to pick the person who is the most talented actor. Like maybe you really do have this ability, this disability in real life. Like that is your life. That does not mean you're a good actor though. And I'm not saying disabled people cannot act. I'm absolutely not saying that at all. But there is a point where it's like we still need to let actors act. Yeah. I don't know. Does that sound wrong? Does it like at some point? I don't know. It's like you just cast me to be me. You read a breakdown. You're like, well, this is my life. Well, like, but what if you're a terrible actor though? Like this might be your life, but what if can you act though? I didn't see the movie with Bryan Cranston. He's an amazing actor. I'm sure he did a great job.
Ooh,
I
heard that they cast him for this burnt victim. Let me go set myself on fire right quick.
Baby,
better chance of getting a role, right?
Stop.
Ain't that how it works?
No, but they're not going to cast you. They're going to cast an actor and then put makeup on him to look like he was burnt.
He's burnt, right? So I don't think there's a legitimate argument to say reach out for everybody that actually this is their life. Of the role. Yeah, their life is the part of the role. That's
because it's
unrealistic.
Can you do it when it says lights, camera?
And you brought this up before
action?
That people have working relationships as well. Mm-hmm. So like directors and actors,
like I want to work with Emmanuel.
Yeah, like this is my specific actor I always worked with. He
right,
was on
Martin Scorsese. He's gonna cast Leonardo.
Yeah, okay? He's gonna have Leonardo as a role. So
yeah.
It's a tough stuff. My only thing is if there legitimately is a group of actors that come from that real life situation and they fit the role on paper at least, I think you have to at least audition.
Give them a chance. Yes, and the fact that she said she did work with someone, it did not work out. Like it was a terrible experience for them. So Sia was like, I thought I was being compassionate because someone who actually lives this life would not be comfortable on a film set.
Right.
Like y'all think like it is very different to work as an actor than to just live this as your life. Like there are reasons why actors are good at what they do. Like just because you live it does not mean you can act in front of a camera. Yeah. Y'all.
There's so many people I've worked with that can't even play themselves.
Yes.
Like dead ass. Can't even play themselves. I just will tell people
be natural.
Yeah, just be natural. Just play. Who you are, and they just
do it too much.
And action. They look straight in the camera.
I mean, there's plenty of bad actors, but I do think in terms of inclusivity, that's right. Yeah, inclusivity. Yes, allow them to audition, allow them to be present. Yes, I know there's all kinds of people who want to be actors, but you also need to be good. And you don't just get it because that's your lived experience. Yeah. Because that doesn't mean you're good at it.
No.
Portraying it on camera.
Yeah.
So I'm saying. But Sia looks like she did everything right. So leave Sia alone. I say leave Sia alone. People want to be upset about anything, Babs. Yes. Interesting. What else? What else we doing? Okay, last thing, y'all. Would you want to know if you were just near someone who had corona? Do you want a ding on your phone saying, boop, you're by somebody who has corona? It's anonymous, too. It's like kind of creepy. It's like you were just by someone who had corona 5 minutes ago. What? Like, it make you paranoid. So apparently, y'all, in 15 states, you can opt into a COVID-19 exposure notification system.
Exposure notification system.
Yes. Alabama to Wyoming, D.C.
Oh,
okay.
No.
California's not on here. But you can download an app. Well, apparently an iPhone, they already put it on your phone. You know, Apple just throws everything in there.
Right.
Automatic update. They just throw a whole bunch of shit in there. So an iPhone is already in there. Android, you got to download it.
Okay.
But it's notification where it'll let you know if you have been close to somebody in the last 2 weeks. Like, so let's say I was by you. We're right here. Okay, you test positive 3 days from now. I'll get a notification if you have this. But see, the thing is, both people have to have it on their
That's
phone.
what I was about to say. Are doctors just pressing buttons saying that we have that?
So if you test positive, you get the option, like, do you want to input this in your phone? Like, say, like, yep, I got it. And then it'll, like, your phone will be pinged. Like, it's just Bluetooth. Like, so it's all anonymous.
This
but, like,
some creepy
your phone will be pinged if you decide to opt in. Like, yeah, I want to let people know. Yep. Put me in the system. And so if I have it on my phone, you have notifications on your phone. So I'll get a notification saying, Emmanuel, you were by Emmanuel 3 days ago for 2 hours, and he is now positive for corona. So it doesn't tell me when you. It doesn't
what
tell
type
me
of dystopian shit is
right.
this?
It doesn't tell me when you tested positive, but it just says you're positive now. So it's like maybe you go get tested or take precautions or whatever. So I'd be like, well, goddamn, so I might text you. When did you test positive? Oh, okay, cool. But still, it's like I could have been infected. But I know you, but it would not tell me your name. It would just say you were with someone for 2 hours on Tuesday, and they are now positive. So do what you want with that information.
How is that helping? What?
Because it's they're expecting people to take responsibility and say, oh, I was near someone, close proximity, and
2 weeks ago.
No. It's within 2 weeks. So if you test positive 3 weeks from now, it's not gonna let me know. Like if we don't hang out again, but if during that time, within 2 weeks of you testing positive, whoever you were by and has it on their phone, they will say you will pop up. Not
What
you.
is the avatar? Like a giant scarlet letter?
No, it's not an avatar. It just says potential exposures on Monday, November 16th. You were in close proximity to someone for 5 minutes who tested positive for COVID-19. So.
What does that do?
Like, what was I doing? Because then it's like, what was I doing last Monday for 5 minutes? Like, it doesn't even tell you where.
So are you expected to go get tested
You're
now?
expected to go get tested, or if you wanted to self-quarantine. But I would suggest you get tested and see if you have it. But it's like, you were exposed. Here's where some testing centers are. But y'all, would you opt into this?
Bruh.
Would you opt into it? Would you do it?
Fuck no.
How come?
Oh, no.
Why?
No. The world needs probably less tracking right now of everybody, man.
Yeah.
Like let's relax, all right? We need to figure out how to solve issues of this coronavirus, not fucking track people more. What, we're going to put the bug in their goddamn
Well, you can say, they
shoulder.
people's jobs is like contact tracing. Contact tracing.
Yeah, I just think it's
a
weird,
lot.
man.
It's a lot. I don't want a notification saying I was with somebody last Wednesday who now has coronavirus. It's like, can you tell me who? That's the other thing. It's anonymous. Like that does not help me at all.
It's a goddamn Amber Alert. Like I don't need that in my life. Every time I get an Amber Alert, I get frustrated and confused and scared and not know information.
Where's the Toyota? Green Toyota.
And there's a little boy or a little girl involved. I'm like, oh, this just ruined my day. I know I'm being selfish, but I'm just saying, like, come on, man. Nobody likes that. Who actually likes it?
No one likes it, baby. But if we're driving on the highway and we see the green Toyota, we got to call somebody.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing for that particular thing. It's probably a bad association, a comparison. But I just think that
we don't need any more scary alerts on the phone.
Yeah, we don't need, especially that's not helping. At least the Amber Alert's supposed to help.
Yeah.
We're supposed to maybe somebody see.
Yeah, I think they need to at least add a location, something.
Especially within 2 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems like you've already spread, I don't know.
Yeah, because like now, okay, I've been out and about, so am I gonna pop up on? But then, yeah, it's anonymous, which I mean, I agree, like to a certain extent. But how's that supposed to help me?
But one leads to another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, well, you know, this is version 1.0. What about 2, 3.0,
Right.
4.0?
You're gonna pop up.
Yeah.
You were with Emmanuel.
It was linked. It's linked to his
Emmanuel has
Instagram.
coronavirus.
Check out his Instagram. Follow him here.
And what if like you if I try to spend time with you again, our phones like electrocute us or something?
Yeah, they just won't stop vibrating.
Oh God!
Zzz,
Until we're
shit
6
up.
feet apart. It's like, oh God, that would be crazy.
That's wild.
That would be crazy.
Nah, we can't do that, man.
Yeah,
I think it's weird.
So
I think it's weird. Maybe
wait,
there's
what happened?
maybe there's something to that, some nuance to that I'm not seeing. But
Yeah. What do y'all
Nothing.
think? Would you?
that
download
sounds
it?
like every bad future
Black
in
Mirror.
a movie.
That's a Black Mirror episode.
It's a Black Mirror episode. Nah, no, thank you.
Yeah,
Good money.
but that's it.
Yeah, but these vaccines though, I might be down for that.
And April,
No.
end of next year.
I'll give it a year's time.
Let's wait until
At least 6 months. If people start dying off after taking this
people are
vaccine
not
6
gonna
months after,
die off
you know, we'll see. Within 6 months,
within 6 months. We'll
Yeah.
see what happens.
we'll see what happens by then.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, there's wait.
No, that was it.
Wait. Oh, wait.
That was it.
What happened?
Wait, what happened? People getting paranoid, y'all. But that's it.
All right,
That's it,
y'all. Hope we brought some light and love to you, and some news and some information to your hearts and souls and all of that.
All of that.
I'm out of it today a little bit. For
You
real.
are.
Like I feel out of it. My that meal. I'm about to eat some more, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Leftovers. Get y'all some leftovers, y'all.
Get y'all some leftovers, y'all. Enjoy life. We'll see you next week.
Happy Thanksgiving. We'll
Boom.
see y'all next
Happy
week. Much
Thanksgiving.
love.
Thanksgiving is over.
Post Thanksgiving. My team won. Holla.
Miracles happen every day.